Hi, my friends. Welcome to my live stream. Yeah, today I'll be making milk bread. Just a second, please. Thank you. Hello, my friends. I'm back. So basically, today I'll be making milk bread. So as I said, if you're just joining this live stream, my name is Francis, and welcome to Cook with Chef Francis live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube. So today I'll be making milk bread, and basically the recipes I need are flour. I need flour, 500 grams of flour. I need nutmeg, uh, 1 tablespoon. I need milk, about uh, 50 mils of milk, because we're making milk bread, so we want more milk in there. We need olive oil. You could use a sunflower oil or veg oil if you want to, but I'll be using olive oil. So I'll be using olive oil of 2 tablespoons. And also I'll be adding sugar. I'll be using the unrefined sugar, which is the caster sugar, I beg your pardon, which is the cane sugar, the unrefined one. I'll be using 3 tablespoons. So I'll be adding nutmeg as well, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. So let's get started now. So I need to grab my ingredients. I need to grab my flour, my yeast. I need yeast, 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna grab my flour, my yeast, and all my ingredients and my, my tools for this live stream. So I'll be making it real here on YouTube. I'll be making milk bread. I'll be doing that from start to finish, step by step. No rush. I'll be right back, please. Thank you. So my friends, I'm gonna grab my ingredient now. I need my flour. Yeah, that's my flour. I need flour. I need sugar. I need olive oil. I need nutmeg. I think I've not opened that one. I need to grab the one that is open. Yeah, that one is open. So I need nutmeg. I'll set it aside. I need my milk, but I'll still keep that in the fridge. I need yeast. I need yeast. That's my yeast. I'll set it aside. Then I need warm water. I need 400 mils of warm water, 400 milliliters of warm water. So I'm gonna grab my saucepan. So I'm gonna pop my water into my saucepan. So I'm gonna warm that in the on the hob. I just need 400 milliliters of warm water. So I'll pop that on the hob. Allow that to boil away. So while my water is boiling away, I'm gonna weigh my my flour. I'm gonna grab my scale now. That's my scale. So I'm gonna weigh my flour. I got my flour. I got my flour there. So I'm gonna use this bowl to mix my ingredients. That should be alright. Now I got my bowl right here. So I'm gonna weigh my ingredients straight away. I got my scale here. So I'll start that at 0 and grab my flour and I'm gonna weigh 500 grams of flour. Yeah, so that's 500. I'll set that aside. Yeah, that's 500. Set that aside. Then I'll set that aside. I still need that, so I'm gonna use that. So that's my flour, and I need sugar. So I'm not gonna weigh my sugar. I don't need to weigh that. I don't need to weigh that. I'm gonna use a measuring spoon to do that, to do those ones that there. Those ones there, I'm gonna use a measuring spoon to do them. So I'm gonna weigh that. I'm gonna measure with my tablespoon. I'm gonna measure with my tablespoon. So I'll set that aside. My yeast, I'm gonna use my tablespoon for my yeast. I'll set that aside. I need my tablespoon, and my warm water is almost ready. So I'll keep an eye on that. So that's my tablespoon. So I need to keep an eye on my water which is boiling away because I don't want it to very hot. I want it warm. So I'm gonna turn it off. My water is almost ready, so I'll allow that to boil away. Now, I'm gonna put my scale. I'll put that away. I don't need my scales. I'll put it away now. So I don't need that anymore. So I'll put that away. Now, now I'm gonna I'm gonna start mixing my ingredients. So I'm gonna grab my wooden spoon. I need a wooden spoon. I need a spatula as well. That's my spatula. That's my wooden spoon. So I'm gonna be using that to mix my ingredients. So right now, I'm gonna check my boiling water. I think that's warm enough. So that water is warm enough. So I'm gonna set that aside because I don't want it hot. That's warm. So I'll set that aside. So before I start this live stream cooking class or live stream cooking channel or live stream cooking videos, you know, I'm gonna uh, you know make a recap of what I want to do now. If you're not joining this live stream, this is Cook with Chef Francis live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube. So now, today, we're making milk bread. As I said earlier on, I'm making milk bread. So I got my milk in the fridge. I don't want to bring it out now because that would be too early for me to bring it out. So I got my milk in the fridge. So we basically making milk bread. So I'll be using the semi-skimmed milk. Now, as I said earlier on, I'm making milk bread. So I weighed my flour. I got 500 grams of flour. Now I'll be fermenting my yeast. I need my yeast to be active, so I'll put that in warm water. So as I said earlier on, the recipes, for this milk bread, the recipes are 500 grams of flour. I need 500 grams of flour. You could use a plain white flour, you could use a strong white bread flour. Anyone is alright. So I'm gonna be using the white flour. I'm using 500 grams of flour. Two, I'm using 1 tablespoon of yeast, just one tablespoon of yeast. That's enough for the bread. And I'm gonna be using um, um, 1 tablespoon, or you could use 1 teaspoon. Is up to you, but just the nutmeg to give it some spice, like to make it spicy. Nutmeg, that nice flavor. It has flavor into uh, into the milk bread. And I got sugar, so you could use your white sugar if you want to, but I'll be using the caster sugar. The brown sugar is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the brown sugar, so you can use the white sugar if you want to. So I'll be using 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. And yeah, I need I said I'm using 3 tablespoons of white sugar or 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. So I'm using 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. So you can use the white sugar if you want to, but I'm using the unrefined brown sugar. So that's for the ingredients. I'm still gonna be using vanilla extract or vanilla flavor. So I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor. So I'm gonna grab my vanilla flavor now. I'll be using vanilla flavor to make my milk bread. That's gonna be lovely because your flavor has nutrient to it as well. It has flavor. Your vanilla has flavor, it has nutrient. So I'm gonna grab that one. That one should be alright. So that's my flavor. That's my vanilla flavor. So I'll be adding that into my white bread. I beg your pardon, into my milk bread. So I got my flour weighed. I got 500 grams of flour. I got 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor. I got nutmeg. I got half tablespoon of nutmeg. You could use half tablespoon. You could use 1 tablespoon. You could use 1 teaspoon. That's alright. I got 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. That's alright. I got sugar. We don't want too much sugar, so I'll be using 3 tablespoons of sugar. We're making bread. We don't need too much sugar in bread, so I'll be using the unrefined brown sugar. You could use a caster sugar if you want to, the white one. So I got my warm water. I'll be using warm water. I'll be using 400 milliliters of warm water. That's same thing as 400 grams. So I'll be popping that into my bowl. So I got yeast. I'll be using yeast. I'll be using 1 tablespoon of yeast. So let's get started, my friends. Thank you very much. I'll be right back, my friends. So be right back. Thank you. Yeah, my friends, I'm back. So I'm gonna get started now. Yeah, I need my. I'm gonna place my timer. I'll set that aside. Now I'm gonna grab my bowl. Initially I said I'll be using uh 400 milliliters of warm water. But because I'm making milk bread, if I was making white bread, I would use 400 milliliters of warm water. Because for white bread, just got little milk in there. But because I'm making milk bread, I want it milky. So I'm gonna add about 100 ml of milk and about 300 ml of warm water. So let me use 300 ml of warm water now. I'm gonna grab my measuring jug. So yeah, I could use that one. That's my measuring jug. So I'm gonna weigh 300. So as 300 should be. Yeah. So that's 300. So I'm gonna weigh 300. That's warm enough. So I got 300 milliliters of warm water. So I'm gonna pop my yeast right in there. So I need 1 tablespoon of yeast. So I need to pop a little bit of yeast right in there. That's not really up to a tablespoon, so I'm gonna. Yeah, that's enough. So I'll pop that one there. Now I'm gonna use my wooden spoon to stir my yeast. So activating my yeast is gonna ferment now. So you see some bubbles in the yeast, it shows your yeast is active. But if your yeast got air in there, it's not gonna work. Your dough is not gonna rise. So yeah, I'm activating my yeast. You can see that. So I'm gonna keep stirring. So now I got my yeast activated. It's fermenting already. So now I'm gonna add about 100 grams of flour right into the yeast. That's alright. So I'll set that aside. Then I'll give it a quick stir. I'm gonna stir that. I'll keep stirring. I want it very smooth. I can pop in more flour. That's enough. So I got about 150 grams of flour right in there. So now I'll keep stirring. Yeah. Now I'm done mixing. You can see that it's nice and smooth. So I'm gonna I'm gonna allow this to stand for. I'll set this aside. Then you can leave it open if you want to. You could cover it. So I don't want to put the lid on that now. So I'm gonna leave this to rest for 10 minutes. So I got start. So I'm using 10 minutes. So I'm gonna allow my flour and yeast to rise for 10 minutes. That's the first step to do. Number one step, allow it to proof. So that's beeping. That's the proving stage. If you are making bread, the first stage is proving. You proof your dough. That's you mix your yeast and warm water together, and you add a little bit of flour. You could add 100 grams of flour. You could add 200 grams of flour, just a little bit of flour, and you go ahead and mixing them and let them to set aside. So now it's set aside already, and is about to double in size. So after that, I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients straight into that bowl because I want my yeast to work very well to activate. So I need to allow it to rest for 10 minutes before I add the other ingredients. So it's activated now because the yeast love flour. When you're making bread, if the number one thing to do is to activate it. You want it to work very well. You ferment the yeast, you prove it. You prove your yeast so that it doubles in size. You need to prove your yeast first stage, then the second stage you mix everything together again and keep proving. So it's gonna be 3 stages. So I'm doing the first stage now, got the second stage, and got the last stage. That's how we make bread. So basically we're making the homemade bread. I'm making the homemade milk bread. It's a super soft ever bread you can get. Very soft, very fluffy, nice and soft, nice and smooth. Lovely bread. Nice for breakfast. Yeah, it's gonna be very nice bread. So just keep watching this channel. Keep watching my videos. Uh, you always got to see the recipes in there. So I got my recipes in all my videos. So for this one, I introduced myself from the very beginning that this is Cook with Chef Francis, and my name is Francis, and I'm making it really on YouTube. So I said today I'm making milk bread, and I got my ingredients for my milk bread. So I said I'll be using flour 500 grams, and I already weighed that. And I'll be using water, warm water, 300 mils, and I'll be using milk, 100 mils of milk, and I got uh, olive oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons. It's up to you. If you want to use two, if you want to use three, that's alright. And I got nutmeg. I'll be using nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. You could use half tablespoon. It's up to you. But if you want it more spicy, so but nutmeg is very good in making bread. I got I got vanilla flavor, so I'll be adding flavor. You know, your vanilla adds flavor to your bread. So a little bit of flavoring, 1 teaspoon, that's alright. Then I got my sugar. I'll be using the unrefined sugar. You know, you could use a white sugar if you want to, but I'm using the unrefined brown sugar. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using 3 tablespoons of unrefined brown sugar. So now my yeast is activating and it's fermenting already. So I got 6 minutes more, but you could use, this is a live stream, so I don't wanna waste my viewers' time. So anyway, I'm not in a rush, but in the next 3 minutes, I'll be mixing my yeast, my dough, because I need my dough to double in size. So I'm gonna be mixing that now. So yeah, that's alright. It stays for 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna be adding the rest of my ingredient now. So I got my yeast. You can see my yeast and my flour is already activating. Look at how it's moving. Can you see that? So now I'm gonna add my the rest of my flour in bits. So I'm gonna pop that in. That's my flour. So I'll keep mixing that now. Yeah, I'll keep mixing that. Yeah. I got more flour. Keep mixing. Now I'll grab my milk in the fridge. So now I'll be using 100 milliliters of milk. So I'll pop my milk right into my mixture. That's alright. It's milk bread, so I'm using 100 milliliters. You can use 150 if you want to, but just be careful so that your dough don't become watery. So that's my milk. So I'll keep stirring. So can you see it's sticking now? That's my milk right in there, milky bread. So I got my rest of my flour. I'll keep adding that in bits, bit by bit. Don't be in a rush. Take your time. So mixing that. Then I'm gonna be adding my nutmeg. I'm gonna be adding half tablespoon of nutmeg. So 1 tablespoon, I beg your pardon. So yeah, that's enough. Yeah, don't wanna add too much. Just need to be careful. 1 tablespoon. I got my flavor, 1 teaspoon. That's alright. Yeah, that's alright. I got my olive oil, 3 tablespoons. Yeah, that's alright. I'll set it aside. I got my sugar. I got 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, and 3. That's it, my friends. Now I'll keep mixing that. Yeah. Then I'm gonna pop the rest of my flour all straight into the bowl. Everything, my friends, everything. Now I'll keep mixing it. Yeah, I made a mess there now. So I'll keep mixing that. Now I'm gonna pop my hand into the mixture now. So I'm gonna pop my hand straight into the mixture. I'm gonna be using my hand to mix everything together. You could use your mixer if you want to do it, but I prefer using my hands to mix my dough. So I got a lovely dough right in there. I keep mixing. I'll keep doing that until it's very smooth. Until it's nice and smooth. I want it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. So I'm getting a very nice soft dough. You don't want the dough to be watery. You don't want the dough to be very hard. If your dough is very hard, you're going to ruin your bread. If your dough is very watery, you're going to ruin it. So you want a very nice, soft and non-sticky ball of dough. And can you see it's coming together? Nice and soft. Nice and non-sticky. So, see? So I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil into the bowl to make it smooth. A little bit of oil to make it smooth. Yeah. Now, you see, I added a little bit of oil straight in there, and it made it smoother. Can you see that? Yeah, that's what I want, my friends. Yeah. It was skidding. But I got the bowl. Can you see that? Yeah, it was beeping, but I already done that. So I'm gonna turn that off now. Yeah. Can you see I got a very smooth ball of dough? Can you see that? Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, my friends. So look at that. Look at that. So I'm gonna knead that on the work surface now. So what I'm gonna be doing now, basically I need something nice and soft. So I'm gonna put some things away. What I don't need, I'm gonna put them away. I don't need my spatula anymore. I don't need my wooden spoon. I'll put that away. I don't need this anymore, so I'll put that away. And I still need my flour. I could still need this. Sugar, no. Nutmeg, I'll put that away. Flavor, I'll put that away. I'll put the rest away, but let me start to knead now. There's a technique in kneading, and if you don't know how to knead, you're going to ruin your bread. So I'm going to be showing you the basic technique in kneading bread. So I'll be kneading this dough for 10 minutes. If you don't knead it very well, your bread will never rise. It's not going to proof. So I'll be showing you the basic technique in kneading bread. When you are kneading your bread, there's a technique in kneading bread, so I'm going to be showing you that now. So firstly, I'm going to sprinkle flour on my work surface. So now I'll stretch and fold the bread. You can see my bread is nice and soft. Then I'll keep doing it this way. Can you see that? That's what I mean. You keep moving it, you know. And see, can you see that? Yeah, keep mixing it. That's it, my friends. I'll keep mixing it. I got some nutmeg in there. So My friends, I'll keep doing that. Can you see that, my friends? I'll be doing this for 10 minutes. You don't rush bread. Can you see it's becoming smooth? So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing for 10 minutes. I'll keep doing that, my friends. I want it smooth, nice and smooth. So I'm gonna time myself. I already used 2 minutes, so I got 8 minutes more. So I'll put the timer on. I'll be doing that for 8 minutes more. So I already started 2 minutes ago. Start. That's when it gets to 7 minutes, I'll stop kneading. So I'm gonna carry on now. My dough is nice and soft. Can you see that? Nice and soft dough. Yeah. Can you hear that noise? Keep doing that, my friends. Yeah. Trying to take out the flour on the table. Yeah. You want your bread nice and smooth, so that's what I mean. Make some noise, you see. Look at that. Becoming nice and smooth, yeah. Smooth ball of dough. Yeah. Look at that, nice and smooth, isn't it? Yeah. See what I'm doing? I got my two hands and I pop it on that. Pop it on that. See? Keep doing that. Look at that, my friends. Lovely, isn't it? I'm doing that for 10 minutes, so I got 5 minutes more. I want the dough to be nice and smooth. Look at that. That is secret in bread making. You see, if I was making a live an upload now, I might skip that. But you see here on live stream, you'll see everything. No fast forward. That's it, my friends. That's why you see live stream. You know, here on live stream, I show you everything. That's it, my friends. Can you see that? Let's do it. Yeah, almost there, my friends. Almost there. I got 4 minutes more. You know, some people they use like a stick to beat it, but I love my method. It makes the yeast to work perfectly fine and to grow and grow. You see, I got no flour right on my work surface anymore. And you see, it's not sticky. And you see, it's nice and soft. Look at that. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. And not sticky. That's what we're looking for in bread making. And I can see the milk in there. It's like it's milky, isn't it? Nice and smooth. Nice and soft. So I got 2 minutes more, but I think I can finish up now. So I'll do it one more time and put it straight in my bowl. I'm gonna oil my bowl and put it straight in there. And that's it, my friends. One more time. Final kneading. So I'm done kneading now. You can see it's nice and soft. So I'm gonna make it ball. Look at that, my friends. Look at that. Lovely ball of dough. Lovely, nice, like a football. You know what I mean? Like I could just I could just kick it, you know. Like a football. Look at that. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. Not sticky. Look at that. Not sticky. Can you see that? See that, my friends? So I'm gonna pop that straight into, yeah, that's what I want, my friends. Now I'm gonna oil my bowl. I'm gonna oil my bowl. Can you see that? I'm gonna pop my bread straight into that bowl, into the oiled bowl. Look at that, lovely, nice and shiny, nice and soft, nice and smooth. Look at that. I can play with it. Lovely, lovely dough. Look at that, my friends. So I'm gonna click film that, allow it to double in size to proof for about um, 30 minutes, or at least 30 minutes, about 1 hour. It's nice and soft, nice and smooth. Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands now. Before then, I'm gonna clean my work surface. That's beeping, so I'm gonna stop it. Yeah, so I need to wash my hands first before I stop the timer. So I'm gonna wash my hands now. That's it, lovely though. Yeah, I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you. So my friends, I'm gonna cover that with cling film. Stop being so I'm gonna stop that. So I'm gonna cling film that. Yeah. So I'll pop that in a one place. Yeah, hello my friends. So as I was saying, I just finished mixing my dough, and I'll be explaining everything what I did. My dough is in the oven, so let's give it about 45 minutes, then we'll work on it. I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you. Hello, my friend. Now making. I'll be right back. Wait a second. So, my friends, I said today I'll be making milk bread, and I started mixing. I started with my recipes. I mentioned my ingredients, and I went on to prepare my ingredients, and I made my dough, a lovely dough, nice and soft, nice and smooth, non sticky. So now um, I'll be explaining what I did. So my dough is right in the one place. It's proven. So I said I was gonna make milk bread. So when I introduced myself, I said this is Cook with Chef Francis live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube, making live videos. And this is a cooking class, live stream cooking class, live stream cooking video, live stream cooking channel. So I said I'll be making milk bread. So there's a technique in making bread. If one doesn't know how to make, doesn't know the technique, he or she's gonna ruin it. So there's a technique in making bread. So and it's the technique is same in milk bread, in chocolate bread, but if you are making ciabatta, it's quite different. So our basic bread making techniques is similar in different types of bread making. So for today, if you check my videos, I already made white bread. I made I made different kind of bread, sandwich bread, and all that. But today, I'm making milk bread, and I use a lovely technique in making that bread. And if you watch me when I was kneading the bread, so I'm going to make a recap now and tell you what I did. And because my dough it's very nice and soft. I'm gonna put my timer because the dough is already there for about 10 minutes now. So I'm gonna put like 30 minutes more. In the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna bring it out from the oven. Before then, this is a food vlog. Before then, I'm gonna be explaining what I'm doing while it's proving right there in the one place. So I'm gonna add 30 minutes now. But while that is beeping, I'm gonna quickly look through the wind, through the glass of my oven, and see what's going on, if the dough is actually rising or not. But I believe it's gonna rise because I can see it rising while I was kneading it. So start now. So I don't need my milk, so I'll put my milk away, but I need to explain that. I'm just leaving that for now. So you see my dough is already working, it's rising already, so I'll put it back in the one place. It's really active. So my friends, now I'm gonna be telling you what I did. So today I said I'm making milk bread. So I'll be making the loaf, the one of the loaf, and I'll use a little bit of the to show you how to make the bread roll. But this is the loaf one I'm making. But I'll just take a little bit of the bread out from the I'm gonna cut some out and make a loaf, and cut some for bread rolls. Now I'm gonna tell you the ingredient now. My milk bread, I'm using a basic recipe. So it's similar to white bread. For white bread you add a little bit of milk, or for milk bread you add more milk. So this bread I'm making is the fluffiest and softest bread ever. Very soft and fluffy, nice and soft, nice and smooth. So now I'll be giving the ingredients. What are the ingredients? I use 500 grams of flour. My friends, you could use 500 grams of strong white bread flour if you like, or you could use 500 grams of plain white flour. So for this video, I use 500 grams of plain white flour. I weighed it with my scale. Of course, if you're a chef, you need a scale. You need to weigh your ingredient because wrong use of ingredients could result in, uh, you know, bad products. So you need the right use of ingredients to produce the right amount of product and to get the best result. So what I did, I weighed my flour 500 grams and I set that aside. Then I took my saucepan and added water. So my friends, if you have a jotter, you can write a jotter and a pen. I grabbed my saucepan and I pop water in there and I put it on the hob. I allowed it to boil away. While that was boiling away, I took my bowl. Then after that boiled away, I removed from the hob and weighed it, and I weighed 300 mils of warm water. If you were making white bread, you just need to weigh 400. But because I'm making milk bread, I need to add 100 mils of milk. So I got to use 300 mils of warm water. The total liquid you need to use is 400 mils for 500 grams. If you use more than that or less than that, you're going to ruin your bread. So the problem with bread making is measurement and accurate use of ingredients. That's the problem. If one does not know the right ingredients, is he or she's going to make something different and it's not going to look like a bread. So I'm using the right ingredients to produce the right product. So I got my warm water, so I weighed it and I got 300 milliliters of warm water, 300 mils or 300 grams, that's the same thing. I poured that into my bowl and I added 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. Then what did I do next? I used my wooden spoon to stir the yeast and warm water. So I stirred the yeast and warm water with a wooden spoon. And what next did I do? I showed my viewers that the yeast and the warm water, is fermenting. Then I saw the bubbles right there in the yeast, so I showed my viewers, hey, look at the yeast, some bubbles right in there. And what next did I do? I added some part of the flour. I weighed 500 grams of plain white flour, and I popped in about 200 grams of flour right in there. And I grabbed my wooden spoon and I kept mixing the flour, the yeast, and the warm water together. While I was doing that, I got a nice mixture, nice and smooth flour yeast mixture. I set that aside and allow that to double in size. It's called proving. You could spell it as PROVING or PROWFING. Same thing, isn't it? You prove it for 10 minutes. So I set my timer. You could do for 8 to 10 minutes. That's all right. So I set that for 10 minutes, but I actually used 8 minutes. And I saw the result. It was nice and smooth. And I saw the dough already doubled in size. It kept rising and it looks very nice. And when I flip my bowl, like trying to flip it that way, it was like running. So I saw the yeast already activated, it's already fermented. The yeast is already fermented. So I was happy with that. So what I did next? I add the rest of the flour, the remaining part of the flour. I got like 300 grams of flour left. So I started adding the flours bit by bit right into that bowl. And what next did I do? I grabbed my nutmeg. I want my nutmeg to add flavor. I want it spicy. I want my milk bread spicy. So I added 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, ground nutmeg. Then I grab my flavor, my vanilla flavor. Your vanilla adds flavor to your milk bread as well. So I added 1 teaspoon of flavor. We don't use egg in making bread, so I did not add egg. If it was donut, I'll add egg in donut. Now, what did I do next? I grabbed my olive oil. I got my olive oil. I added 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I said you could use 2 to 3 tablespoons. That's alright. But I added 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You know, I mix it with the ingredients. So what next did I do? I grabbed my sugar. I said you could use caster sugar, your normal white sugar, or you could use your unrefined brown sugar. So what did I do? I use my unrefined brown sugar. So I got 3 tablespoons. So I added 3 tablespoons of unrefined brown sugar straight into that bowl. And I mix everything all together. I kept mixing. And I added milk. So I'm going to put that back. I'll put it away. I'll put it back in the fridge. I added milk, 100 milliliters of milk. So I'll be right back to explain what I did. Let me pop that back in the fridge because I don't want it to stay out there. I need to put it back in the fridge. It's milk. It's going to expire on the 24th of December on Christmas Eve. But I'm going to be using that very soon. It's going to finish soon. So now I'll pop that straight into the fridge. Yeah, I'm back, my friend. So now, okay, I'll put my sugar away. I don't need my sugar. I'll put that away. Let me put everything away. Sugar, I don't need that. Yeah. I still need my olive oil and my flour. My timer is there, so I'm gonna look what's going on. If my dough is still rising. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, I'm happy with my dough. I'll be right back, my friends, please. Thank you very much. My friends, Thanks for staying put to this lovely channel. So now, I said I'm gonna continue from where I stopped. So I said I I added my milk. So I kept mixing my milk together with the rest of the ingredients, and I added the remaining flour, and I found out my dough was very soft. So what next did I do? I washed my hands, dried them, and used my left hand to hold the bowl because I'm teaching my friends how to knead with the hands, how to mix the dough with the hands and not with a mixer. If I was using a what do you call it, a stand mixer, it's gonna spin it and knead it with a hook easily. But I'm not using that. I'm teaching my friends the basic home technique of how to make milk bread without any tool, just by hand. Now, um, I dip my hands straight into the bowl and I kept mixing. I kept mixing, 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 mixing. Behold, I got a nice and soft, non-sticky ball of dough. Then I transferred that nice and non-sticky ball of dough straight on my work surface. And the work surface, was floured, has flour on it, you know, on the floured work surface. This is my worktop, and my work surface always clean. I always clean my worktop, my work surface. It's nice and clean. So I transferred that lovely dough straight on the work surface. Yeah, that's what I did. And what next did I do? What next did I do? I took my right hand and stretched it to a little and fold it back. I did that for like few seconds, less than 1 minute. Then next, I used both hands, my both palm, and I started to roll the dough that way. I kept doing that, and I was like making some noise, beating the dough. And your bread dough needs to, you want the yeast to be activated to ferment quickly, to like grow and grow. So when you beat it on a table or you use a stick to beat it or something, you want to make some noise with your bread dough. When you're doing that, you're like, come on, like you want the yeast to grow. Come on, yeast. I want you to grow. I want you to grow. So I'm going to beat you. Come on, yeast. So I like beating the yeast. I kept doing that. Kept rolling, kept beating, and I set my timer for 10 minutes. And I did that for 10 minutes, for good 10 minutes. Rolling and beating, rolling and beating, rolling and beating, rolling and beating. I kept doing that, and I found out that the dough was actually rising while I was beating that. Already rising already. While you do that for 10 minutes, you see the techniques in bread making. You want your bread to grow and be nice and soft. That's the technique. But if you don't do that when you rush your bread, you're gonna mess it up. I'm making a live stream. If I was not making a live stream, I'm gonna leave my bread dough to even double in size for at least 1 hour. The more it stays, the more it grows, and the more your bread becomes super soft. But because it's a live stream cooking video, so while my yeast is fermenting or growing, I entertain my viewers, you know, by making a food vlog. So that's why when you check my title, you see food vlog there. You see live stream cooking video, whatever. So you see this is a live stream cooking channel, live stream cooking classes, live stream cooking video, and a food vlog. This is a free class, free online class. So I kept doing that for 10 minutes, rolling the dough, beating it, keep rolling, and at the end, I took both palms and like brought the dough together and made a nice ball of dough like a football. You know what I mean? Like it came out nice and soft, nice and round. And what next did I do? I place the nice and round dough, the nice and soft dough, straight into an oil bowl, because I took more olive oil and I oiled my bowl, and I placed the nice and soft and nice and round dough straight into that bowl. I don't want it to stick, so I did that, and I cling film my dough, and I put it straight in a one place. I always keep it in my oven. My oven is like my cupboard, but please note my oven is not on yet. You don't want to cook your plastic or your container or whatever right in the oven. You don't want to cook your dough. It's not gonna double in size. You know what I mean? You just need a one place to keep your dough. So if you were working in the kitchen or in the factory or whatever that is very hot, or in the bakery, you know what I mean? If you leave your dough on the table, because the bakery or the kitchen is very hot, extremely hot, then you don't need to hide in the cupboard. You could place it anywhere and it's gonna grow. The yeast is gonna keep growing, and it even grows very quickly. It could grow in 20 minutes or even 10 minutes. It doesn't take time because it's extremely hot. Because your yeast need a very warm environment, something very warm to grow. But hey, remember, because it needs a warm environment doesn't mean we should use hot water to mix the yeast. Now we use warm water to mix the yeast, but of course it needs a very warm environment to grow very quickly. So now I left that to proof for at least 30 minutes. So I think it's there for 30 minutes already. So I wanted to use 45 minutes. So I'll double check and see what's going on and bring out my bread dough again. So let me check what's going on in the oven, not on. Can you see, my friends? I'm gonna give it 9 more minutes. You see, it's already risen, isn't it? Keep rising. Can you see that? I show you. Look at that. Lovely though. Can you see? Nice and smooth. I'll pop that back and leave it for 5 minutes. I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you very much. I want to eat some pears. I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you for your patience. We'll wait for our dough to rise to double in size. Yeah, my friends, I'm back now. So I just told you my dough is ready. So actually, I use 40 minutes to prove that dough. But if I was not online, I could leave it for an hour or even 2 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes. The more you leave it, the better your dough and the soft, the more soft it's gonna be. It's gonna be very soft and very fluffy. So now I'm gonna show you what next to do. I'm gonna grab I got 4 minutes more. So while my time is still beeping, I'm gonna grab my bread pan and my normal pan for my bread. So I'm gonna be using that one and my bread pan. So I need my bread pan. So I'm gonna measure. I'm gonna tell you how many inches I'm using. So I'm gonna be using should be about uh, 10 inches. So I'm using the 10 by 3. So I'm gonna grab my butter. Gonna oil that with butter. I'm gonna put that away, my tape away. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. So I'm gonna grab my butter now. Yeah, I'm gonna be using a little bit of butter. That should be enough. So I'm gonna rub that everywhere. I'll put that away. Now I'm gonna rub the butter all over the pan. Can you see that, my friends? So that's nice, nicely done. So I'm gonna wash my hands. Can you see it's beeping now? So it's ready. So my dough is ready. So I'm gonna bring my dough out. I'll stop that. So, oh shit, that's all right now. Now, that's for the bread one. For the bread roll, I'm gonna be using a baking parchment paper. I think that one is finished. So put that for recycle. That should be enough. You just need a smaller quantity for the bread roll. Yeah, that's enough, my friends. So I'll set that aside. Now, my friends, I'm gonna be showing you my lovely bread dough. Look at that, my friends. This is absolutely gorgeous and super soft. It has doubled in size, very big, in 45 minutes. If I leave this for in the next 30 minutes again, it's gonna get to the roof, to the zenith, to the top of this bowl and stick to the cling film. But because I'm making a live stream, I need to work on this because my viewers cannot wait to see this bread. So it's still gonna be super soft. So I'll work with this now. Lovely, nice and soft ball of dough. Now be careful with your flour. You don't wanna ruin your bread with too much flour. I'm gonna grab my pastry knife. I got my pastry knife. This is my pastry knife. So I'm gonna flip this on my work surface. Look at that. I'll put this away. I don't need that anymore. Look at that. Nice and soft. Nice and smooth. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. Now, I'm gonna need a second time, but I'll be doing that for 3 minutes. So, I'm gonna let me set it for 4 minutes. And I'm gonna knead this nice and soft dough for another 4 minutes. Nice and soft. Can you hear that? Look at that, my friends. Now I'm gonna knead it the second time, same way I did for 3 to 4 minutes. Look at that, my friends. I'm not even adding flour to it. It's non-sticky and actually soft. Lovely milk bread, my friends. Super soft. Soft as ever. Very fluffy. Yeah, same way. Yeah. Yeah. Now, yes, almost done. Nice one. Yeah, so now I'm done rolling, kneading. I'm done kneading. So that's my, can you see there's no tear on my dough? If you got any crack or whatever, you ruin your bread. But you see how my dough is nice and soft, my friends. Nice and soft, my friends. It's nice and soft. I love playing with my bread dough. I love playing with it because it's actually nice. Look at that, my friends. Nice and soft. Yeah, I love it. Now, I'm gonna cut that. I wanna use that one to make my to make two. I'm gonna be using this to make two baby whatever. I wanna see what's going on, like, yeah, to make two or one bread roll for you to see. So now, for two bread roll, yeah, so now I'm gonna knead this again. So I'm gonna be making an oval shape. Yeah, I want to make an oval shape. So you know what I mean by an oval shape. So can you see that? Because I want the bread to fit into the pan, so I'll make an oval shape. Yeah, it's beeping. I'm already done. I'm done kneading. So look at that, my friends. Nice. I'm making an oval shape. See that? Nice shape, my friends. Look at that. Lovely. I don't need my pastry now. I'll put that away. So I'm gonna check at the bottom if there's any crack. So I'm gonna see that quickly. I'm gonna see that one. I'll close it up. Can you see that? I finished closing that up. I want my bread to come out nice, so I don't want any hole underneath. You see that? I'll put it back on the table on my work surface. You can see the cracks have been sealed. There's no more cracks in there. I love making bread. It's my favorite, bread making. I love baking. I love cooking everything. But I love baking. It's my passion. So, can you see that? I love making bread. Bread is what I love doing. So, any kind of bread I can make them. Can you see that? Lovely. Look at that, my friends. Very smooth. So, yeah. See that one again. Don't be in a rush when you're making bread. Take your time. So now, I got a nice, smooth oval shape of my dough. And be careful, no cracks on my dough. If there's any cracks, gonna open up. Now I'm gonna place that into my buttered bread pan. Now I'm gonna look at the dough. Can you see that? I'm gonna leave it to stretch and grow. So when it stretches up to that, this little oval dough is gonna stretch to that end, and that one is gonna stretch to that end, and it's gonna come up. So when I see it stretching to that end, I'm coming up. I'm gonna start baking. So I want it to stretch. I want this nice and soft, smooth dough to stretch to that end and stretch to that end and grow to the zenith. And when that's done, I'll start baking. So remember, when I was doing the first proving of dough, I cover with clean film, but in this case, you don't need to cover. Just leave it the way it is, put it straight in the oven or in the one place, and it's gonna double in size. So I'm gonna put it in my one place now in the cupboard, straight in there, and tell you what's going on in the next couple of minutes. So now I'm gonna put my timer for let's give it 20 minutes and see what's going on and see what's gonna happen in 20 minutes. Yeah. Thank you, my friends, for your patience. Now I'm gonna grab that one. I'm gonna cut that into two. I'm gonna be using this one to make a uh, a bread roll, just to show you how I make my bread roll. So I'll smoothen that one and bring that together. Yeah. Now you can see it's nice and smooth. So I'll play with it again. I see that, my friends. Now I'm gonna pop that to proof. Yeah. I'll do the same to that one. Two bread loaf, two bread rolls and one bread loaf rather, beg your pardon. So I'm doing this same way. Uh, same way. So I'm gonna use my two palms and move it away. Can you see that, my friends? Now, yeah, that's all right. So I'm gonna pop that one right in there. So I'm gonna leave them. Can you see that? Two of those. I'm gonna leave them to double in size. So I want them to stay together. So I'm gonna put them together. I want them to grow together. So they're gonna grow big together. You see what I mean? Like, let them stay together. So I'll put that straight in the one place. Yeah. So now I'll clean my work surface again. Yeah. I want my work surface very clean. So that's what I normally do. I need clean work surface. I don't need my olive oil, so I'll put it away. I'll put that away. And that's my flour. I'll put that away. I don't need that anymore. I'll be right back, my friends. Just a second, please. Thank you. Uh, I'm back, my friends. Now I'm gonna check my bread dough and see what's going on. Yeah, can you see that it's growing? So I'll still put it back in the oven again. Now on. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So you know, when you're watching it real on YouTube, like live on YouTube, and you're watching the real channel, of course you know what I mean. No fake things here. We do real things. I make real things right here on YouTube. No fake recipe. I make real ingredients, real recipes. And my friends, you've seen that. You see, it's growing, and there's no tear on the dough. If I was not making it right, you're gonna see it ruined. You're gonna see that the dough has been ruined. For example, there could be a tear on the dough, or it could be very hard. And because it's very hard, the yeast will not be activated. You know what I mean? It's not gonna grow, it's not gonna ferment, it's not gonna work out. It's just gonna stay in one place. Or if I added too much yeast, or I overdid it, or it was very sticky, you're gonna see for yourself. You're gonna like be, you know, like when yeast is sticky, when the dough is sticky, and you got your yeast there, you know what I mean, like it's gonna be like pushing out or something. But you've seen for yourself that I got a nice and smooth ball of dough, and I just showed you that the dough is getting to the top of the pan, of the bread pan. So it's gonna keep growing, and before you know it, you're gonna get to to the top. And you see, when I put the oval shaped uh, bread dough in the bread pan, you can see, for example, this is the size of the bread pan. You know what I mean? For example, this is the size of the bread pan. You can see the dough was like this, and now it's already moving. It's like it's moving, getting almost to the to the tip of the pan, to the edges, and it's already growing as well. So uh, I gave it 20 minutes, but that's 6 minutes more. But believe me, I think we need like 40 minutes. So I'm gonna give it another. I think we need like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna give it another 20 minutes. So this is. I'm gonna put 20 minutes on top. So we got it's already 15 minutes already. So I'm gonna be using 35 minutes. So let me top the time to 35. So I got another 20 minutes now. Start. Start. So my friends, in the next 21 minutes or in the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna bake my bread loaf and my bread rolls. That's what I'm gonna be doing in the next 20 minutes. The bread looks very lovely. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks absolutely soft. It looks absolutely sensational. So I want something very nice and soft, nice and golden after it's been baked. So let's give it a couple of minutes, about 20 minutes, to get to the top, to stretch, and you know, so it's when you bake it, it's gonna sound hollow, and it's gonna be nice and soft and nice and fluffy. It's gonna be the softest bread ever. So I told you earlier, all my friends, you could leave yours for longer hours to double in size, to prove, to work more, to get an efficient result. But hey, remember, do not overdo it, because if you overdo it, your yeast could fall before baking. Your bread dough could fall off, because when the yeast keep growing and you finish growing and you don't bake it, it could fall off. So make sure you don't overdo it. When you see it's doubled already, why not? Put it straight in the oven and start baking. So when I put my bread in the oven, I will explain again to my viewers who are just joining this live stream. I'm gonna explain how I made my bread dough, and how I baked it, and I'm gonna try my bread and see how it is, and I'm gonna end the live stream after that. That's it, my friends. So of course, everyone loves bread. We eat bread for breakfast, unless it could be bread with gluten-free, using gluten-free flour. That's alright for those who have allergies to gluten. They could use the gluten-free flour to make their own bread. So whatever, everyone loves bread. Bread is a traditional food eaten worldwide. We eat bread for breakfast. You know, could be any time of the day. It's for dinner as well. You know what I mean? Like it's a nice meal. The baby ones are the bread rolls for one person, like a portion for one portion, and you make bread rolls for one portion. Man. You know what I mean? Like baby ones, nice around. So I made two just now, and I made one bread roll. So right now I'm gonna wait again for the next 15 minutes, and the next 15 minutes I'm gonna I'm gonna take my bread dough out from the oven, not on, that's the one place, and I'm gonna preheat my oven and bake my bread. So I'll be right back, my friends. Just stay put to this channel. Keep watching every day. Keep watching my live streams. I got so many videos. So see what's going on now. Yeah, it's working. So let's give it some time. I'll be right back, please. Thank you. Yeah, my friends, I'm back again. So we are waiting for our bread dough to rise. It's doubling in size. So I need to give it some time. I got 40 minutes more for the bread dough to actually double in size. So now I'm gonna make a recap, and I'll still do that at the end because when you're making a live stream, you know some viewers we come in and go, come and go, come and go. So when they come in, they could still understand what I'm doing. So now I'm gonna be explaining what I did from the very beginning and to the process where we are now. And after that, I'm gonna bake the bread and give a recap again. But for now, I'm gonna introduce myself again. If you're not watching me for the first time, my name is Francis, and this is Cook with Chef Francis live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube. So I upload videos every day. You know, so stay put to this channel. Keep watching my videos every day. I got lots of videos now. I got over 160 videos, and I got lots of playlists. I got dessert playlists, I got starters and main courses playlists, I got cakes playlists, I got sweet pastry playlists, you know, I got bread playlists. Check out my playlist. I got cocktail drinks playlist. Check out my cocktail drink, check out my dessert section playlist, check out my starters, check out my bread, check out the cakes and sweet pastries. Watch the videos, they're very nice. Play them. Um, like the videos. You can leave a comment. A nice comment. You know what I mean? When you give a like to my video, it's better than giving a dislike. The like is better than what dislike. So please try to give a like on my video. Thank you very much. Um, so that's for my about my channel. So I got a Nigerian channel. That's my featured channel. So I just uploaded a video. You know, this morning I uploaded a video on how to make plantains, how to fry plantains and eggs. Your plantains are like bananas. They are sweet bananas, like you know, you got your cooking apples and you got the normal apple you eat raw, and you got a cooking one. So that's what I mean. Like it's like a cooking banana. So it's the cooking banana. So you got your banana you eat, and that plantain is a cooking banana. So you need to fry them, or you need to steam them, or you could just cook them with beans or something. You know what I mean. Or you could even roast them if you want to. You can roast them. So it's like you're cooking bananas. So I fried the bananas, that's the plantains, and I made a scrambled egg, the Nigerian style, and that's it. So you can check out the video. So when you go to my channel, when you pop into my channel, you're gonna see my featured channel. So Nigerian food only. Click on it. If you are not yet subscribed, subscribe on our channel and watch the videos. I got nice videos. So you wanna learn how to make Nigerian dishes? It's right there on that channel. Though I got some Nigerian food as well on the Cook with Chef Francis channel, so you can also get more Nigerian food over there. So I upload videos on that one every week. But on Cook with Chef Francis, I upload videos every day. So stay tuned to this channel, keep watching every day. You know what I mean? Like keep watching every day and keep supporting the channel. So I'll check what's going on now and see if the dough is double in size, it's stretching. So I'm gonna see what's going on because I got like 9 minutes more to put it straight in the oven. You see, my friends, see what I mean? Like it's already top, already up there, and it's already all stretching, like it's moving. Can you see? It's nice and smooth. At this moment, do not touch it. Like just leave it the way it is. It's stretching itself. So I love it. Look at that lovely dough. So I'm gonna put it back, and I'm gonna bake this nice soft dough in the next 9 minutes. Thank you, my friends. Look at the other one. This is the bread roll. So it's also nice and soft. So I'll leave that to double in size, and I'm gonna bake that in the next 9 minutes. So my friends, remember the oven is not on. It's just in one place to make the bread, you know, double in size. So this is a very nice bread. So I'm making, and it's gonna be super soft. It's gonna be nice and golden. You can see for yourself if it's not gonna be super soft. Can you see how small it is? It's for stretching, growing, becoming big, tall, growing in height and in size, in length, stretching, you know, getting to the, stretching to the end of the bread pan and already at the top. So let's give it 7 more minutes. So I'm going to put that straight into the oven, in the next 7 minutes. So my friends, I'll be back. Giving me a break. I'll be back in the next 4 minutes. Thank you very much. Yeah, my friends, I'm back again. Now I'm gonna. I got 4 minutes more, so I'm gonna preheat my oven. Now I'll bring out my bread dough. I'll set it right on the table for you to see, and I'm gonna preheat my oven for 5 minutes, and I'll bake my bread at 190 to 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Now I'll take out my bread dough. You can see it's already doubled in size. You can see it risen already and already stretched. Same with that one. So I'm gonna put on my oven now. So I'm gonna preheat that. So I'm gonna set that to 190 degrees Celsius. You could use 200 if you want to. And I'm gonna allow that to preheat for 5 minutes. Then I'll put it straight into the oven. Gas mark. Yeah, that's alright. I got 190. Yeah, that's gas mark. Yeah, my friend, so you can see that, very nice. So I will baking that lovely bread in the next in the next uh 5 minutes. It will go straight into the oven. I cannot wait to have this lovely milk bread. Look at that, how nice and tall it is. You know, nice and smooth, nice and tall, no cracks on it. Lovely smooth bread dough, looks very nice. You know what I mean? And I can see the lovely nutmeg all over it, like you know. Like when you sprinkle salt or a black pepper on something, like in the food, you see, know what I mean? Like you sprinkle black pepper, that's the nutmeg is everywhere, like giving the a nice, spot mark. Like a spot mark. It's giving the bread like a spot mark. Very nice, isn't it? Yes. Now, um, I'll be waiting in the next. Let's see what's going on in the next couple of minutes before we bake our bread. So, because I would like to end this live stream in the next, probably the next 38 minutes. Yeah. So I want the oven to preheat now. So while it's preheating, I'll bake my bread in the oven. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for keeping your fingers crossed right here on my lovely channel. So I make it real here on YouTube. Yeah, I make live streams every day. Good live streams. So now we're almost there. So I got I got 2 minutes more to bake this lovely doubled. The dough is doubled. Can you see that right in the bread pan? So I'm gonna put that straight into the oven in the next 2 minutes. I love the dough. Can you see that? It looks nice and soft, and see how it's grown. It's grown already, and so I'll be baking that very soon. Yeah, it's very nice bread. Can you see that? Nice and soft. Yeah, but I don't want to touch it, because if you touch it, when you put your hands on top of the bread, you're gonna ruin it, and when you ruin it, it's not gonna double. So leave it the way it is. Do not touch. Just put it straight in the oven. Do not touch the dough. You don't disturb the dough. It's like a baby. You don't want to ruin it. So you need to be careful with it. So let's be careful with that dough, and let's take care of it. You don't touch at this time of the moment. You don't want to prove it again. This is the last stage. You got three stages. So I'll be explaining that why my bread is baking in the oven. Three stages. So I got 30 seconds more. So I'll be putting my bread now into my preheated oven. I'm gonna break my milk bread now, and in the next 30 minutes I'll be showing you the outcome of my lovely bread. So I'm gonna show you what was the result, what is it like, how it came out. So in less than 40 minutes we should be ending this live stream. It's just a 3 hours live stream, so I will end it in the next 40 minutes. So now it's beeping now. My oven is hot now. It's nice and warm, nice and hot. You don't want to put your bread in the cold oven. So now I'm gonna come closer to the camera and show you my lovely bread. Can you see that, my friends? Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that, my friends. It's double in size. I'm doing this without a bread maker. I did it by hand. Now I will pop my raisin dough. Can you see my lovely double dough straight into the oven now? Same with that one, the bread roll. This is the loaf one, and that is the bread roll. Straight into the oven, my friends. Thank you. So it's on gas mark, on gas, the fan, on the fan one, and at 30 minutes, and at 190. Fan, 30 minutes, 190. So now I got my bread in there, my dough, the raisin dough is right in there. So I got 30 minutes on my oven, so I can still, add my time. I can also give it 30 minutes right here. I can give it 30 minutes. Start. So I got 30 minutes for my bread to be ready. Actually, I got 29 minutes more. So now, okay, just a second, I'll be right back. Then I'll explain how I did it for those who are just joining. So let me give a break of 4 minutes and I'll be right back. Thank you very much. I'll barely screen the oven now. I'm really happy to see what's going on. Yeah, I got 21 minutes more, so I'm really excited. Uh, the bread looks absolutely, you know, it, it's very, very, very tall, like very big bread, and it's full in the loaf pan, very full in the bread pan. It's very nice loaf. It's really very it's nice. So the secret in making bread, especially when you're baking it, you need to be very careful. We need to be careful because if you open your oven all the time to check what's going on, same with cake making, you're gonna ruin your bread and your cake. Your bread and cake is gonna fall. It's not gonna rise. So let's be careful when we're baking our cakes and our bread. So right in the oven, the bread is already at its best, already very big, and it's grown to the. You can see it's coming out from the pan, like from the roof of the pan. It's already out, massive bread. So you're gonna see it's very nice and it looks very gorgeous. I cannot wait to have it, and the bread will also look very nice. So I'll be making a recap. When my bread is almost ready, I will be making a recap of what I did. So what did I do from the very beginning? I weighed my flour. I introduced myself as Francis, and I said this is Cook with Chef Francis, live on YouTube. And I said I'll be making white bread. I beg your pardon, milk bread. I'll be making milk bread, and I weighed my ingredients. Firstly, I weighed my flour, 500 grams of flour. I set that aside, and next, um, I weighed my warm milk. You know, I placed my warm milk on the hob. Yeah, and what did I do? I allowed that to boil away. And it became warm. I have my probe with me. I should have used my probe, but if you watch my previous live streams, I always check with my probe. But for this live stream, I did not use my probe. I only told you it's warm. So if you watch my other live stream, you know what I mean. When you want to check if your warm water is ready for the yeast, just dip your fingers in there. If it's warm, you're gonna know. If it's very hot, you're gonna know. When something is hot, you're like, it's gonna be like, it's trying to burn the skin or something. But if it's warm, you can put your hand there for as long as you can. Nothing's gonna happen. So that's what the yeast wants. It wants something warm and not something very hot. If it's very hot, it's gonna be ruined. Now, so I added my yeast straight into the warm water. I got my warm water in a separate bowl. You know, in a bigger bowl, I got my warm water, very warm water, and I added the yeast. I added 1 tablespoon of yeast straight into that bowl, and I got my wooden spoon and spatula. I mix it up together, and I got some bubbles right in there, like it shows the yeast is active. So after that, I um, added a little bit of flour from the 500 grams of flour. I added about 20 grams, I beg your pardon, I added about 200 grams of flour in bits, and kept mixing that with a spoon. I kept mixing that, and after that I added nutmeg, 1 tablespoon. I added vanilla flavor, 1 teaspoon. I did not add salt anyway, but if you want to add salt, it's up to you. But I'm making milk bread, so I can add a pinch of salt if I want to, but I want my bread to grow and grow better, so I did not add salt anymore. But you can add salt, it doesn't really matter. Now, what did I do next? I added milk I brought my I brought my milk from the fridge. I added semi-skimmed British milk. I added 100 milliliters of that milk and kept added the remaining flour and I added olive oil, 3 tablespoons. And I kept mixing everything with a wooden spoon and I washed my hands and dry them and use my right hand to knead the dough right in the bowl and it came out nice and soft, nice and round. I'm gonna check what's going on now in my oven. I'll be right back. So the baby bread should be ready. I'll bring that one out. If you got a small bread in the oven, you need to work on that one before the other one because as the smaller the bread is, the faster it cooks. So I got 2 bread rolls right in there. I believe it should be ready. I used 30 minutes, but that one should be ready in 15 minutes. And that's 15 minutes. Then the other one we cook in the next 15 minutes. So I'll get a skewer, a stick, and check if it comes out clean. Then I know it's ready. Now the bamboo skewer. So I'm gonna be using the bamboo skewer to check if it came out clean. Now, look at that, my friends. Look at that. So that's my bamboo skewer. I'll put that one in there. You see, it came out clean. So look at that. Hot, isn't it? Lovely milk bread. So look at the top, nice. I would like to cool. Look at that. Nice and soft, isn't it? Nice and soft. So I want it to cool. When it cools, I will. That one is ready, so I'll set that aside. While I wait for the other one, is almost ready as well. Should be ready in the next 15 minutes. Yeah. Now, my friends, I got my my lovely I got my 2 bread roll, lovely. They are nice and soft. So I'm gonna be trying that one in just say in the next couple of minutes. I want my other bread to be ready because that's the one with the loaf one. That's the big one straight in the bread pan. So I'm gonna be checking that in the next in a couple of minutes. I'll be checking that. So I'll keep explaining what I did. So because I'll be ending the live stream in the next 20 minutes. So now I'll explain what I did again. And I said I kept mixing my ingredient in the bowl, and I brought it out from the bowl, and I sprinkled a little bit of flour on my work surface. So I transferred the dough on the floured work surface, and I took my 2 hands, I like stretch and fold it like couple of one like 1 minute or so. You know, I did it for 1 minute, and I kept doing it that way. I was like rolling, like when you use a rolling pin or something. I was rolling it, for a couple of minutes, about 10 minutes. You know, I kept rolling it, and I was like beating it as well, making some noise. When you're making bread, you want the dough to work very well. You want it smooth, and you want the yeast to work. So you are trying to activate the yeast. So you like beat it. Some people can beat with a stick or something. But what I was doing was to hit it on the table. I was rolling it, and it became nice and smooth. So I kept doing that, kept doing that, kept doing that, kept doing that. Came out nice and smooth. And what else did I do? When I finished doing that, I brought the bread dough together, like trying to you know bring it together, and it became round like a football. You know what I mean, like a football. So it was nice and smooth, no tears, no injury on the bread, no bruises. Because if you make bruises on your bread, it's gonna be ruined and fucked. So I use no bruises on my bread, no bruises, no injury. Was perfectly smooth, nice and soft. And I placed the dough on an oil bowl. That's what I did. So after placing it on an oil bowl, what next did I do, my friends? You know, I uh, cover with a cling film and put the dough in a one place. I will use my oven as a one place, but my oven is not on, so it's nice and warm. So I place it in a one place and allow that dough to double in size for at least 30 minutes. So I did that for about 35 minutes. I like to proof to double in size for about 35 minutes. But hey, if you're at home and you have enough time, you're not in a rush, because I'm doing a live stream. So that's why I use 35 minutes. You could leave yours for an hour or even a couple of hours, like maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I called the cling film to proof for 35 minutes and I brought it out and my dough was nice and doubled. So the next thing for me to do, I transfer that nice dough with the olive oil around it on my worktop. And what did I do? I did the same process for this time. I did for 3 minutes and I knead it smoothly, do the same thing, and I grab I use my pastry cutter to cut the bread. So I cut some parts to make two bread loaf. I beg your pardon, to make two bread rolls, and the remaining one I shaped into oval shape. I brought it together, and I was like bringing it together to make an oval shape. When you say an oval, like if you watch, American football or something, like how American football is. Yeah, when you play in American football, it's like an oval shape. So I placed it into a buttered bread pan, and I measure my pan. My pan is um 11 inches by 3 inches, 11 inches long and 20 inches 3 inches tall. So I was in 11 inches bread pan. So the buttered bread pan, I placed the dough, the oval dough, straight into the bread pan, and I like press it a little and stretch it a little. So we got some space right in there. So I placed it in the oven, not on. Same with that one. I made a round shape. Place on that one. I just place it on the baking paper, and I placed both of them straight in the one place and let them to double in size for another 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, I checked they were already doubled, and the one in the loaf pan already stretched to the end and it grew very tall. So I brought them out from the one place, preheated my oven for 5 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius, and I placed my bread dough straight into the oven and started to bake. And in 15 minutes, the bread rolls were ready, and I'm still waiting for that one now. It should be almost ready. I got 60 minutes more, so I'll check in 60 minutes time and see what's going on. So now, yeah. So now I'm gonna show you what happened to this one. Like you can see, this is absolutely gorgeous. So when you're making bread, it's already soft now. So this is the proof to show it's the softest bread ever. Can you see that, my friend? Look at that. Softest bread ever. Then when something is soft, if you press it, it's gonna come up, isn't it? Look at that again for the third time. And the aroma, when you perceive the bread, when you perceive the aroma from the bread, you see the bread is smelling nice and it's got a nice aroma. So I'm gonna peel the top. When you want to know you are making bread, the top should peel easily. That is one of the technique in bread making as well. Look at that, my friends. Look at that. It's peeling. That's why it's called bread. Can you see that? I can peel it up and it tastes like bread. Now I'm gonna break it, cut it in half, and show you the inside. You see, it's milky. Look at that. It looks milky, isn't it? I love the bread. I'm gonna pop that one there, and I'm gonna try my lovely bread. Look at that, my friends. Looks absolutely gorgeous. So that one is ready. It's ready. I'm gonna take it out now. So I'm gonna try this one. It got less sugar. When you're making bread, you don't want to put too many sugar. We're not making cakes. That's why I added 3 tablespoons of unrefined sugar. This tastes absolutely nice. This is actually great for breakfast. Now, and it's very milky. So I'm gonna check that one now, the one with the loaf pan, and see what's going on. It should be ready now. So look at that, my friends. So I'm gonna check. You see, it's dry sand hollow. So I'll still pop it back in the oven. I'll switch off my oven. My oven is still warm, so I'll just keep it there. I'll still leave it in the oven for a couple of, maybe I'll leave it for like 2 minutes in the oven. The oven is switched off, and I'll bring it out. I got 2 minutes more, but I switched off my oven already. But it's already ready. But I just wanted to be a little bit, cooked more. But it's already cooked. It's already ready. I just, you know what I mean, like oven switched off, but I want it nice and hot. It's already hot anyways, but nice and fully cooked, and and it's not sticky. So The one in the loaf pan is lovely. So the reason, and it got bread. You know, when you're making bread and you don't see this um in the top with you know what I mean. Like when you're making bread, you need to get see the look at that. It's nice and brown. And I showed my viewers. It was very soft. I pressed it and it came up and it peels easily. So you need to peel as well. So that's what I did. So I'm still gonna eat that. It's very nice. While I'm eating this, I'm gonna wait for my bread to be ready. So I'll cool that one on the wire rack. You know what I mean? Like I'll get the wire rack and place my bread on the wire rack. Very nice. Very making. You know, there's a different technique that I'm telling my friends. When you're making artisan bread, they are different. They are crunchy. But when you're making chocolate bread, milk bread, or whatever, they need to look, you know, very nice and not crunchy. They need to look soft and sweet. You see? I'm enjoying my bread. Nice and soft. Now, very nice. Now, I'm gonna remove my bread from the oven. I'll get the wire rack. So it's already ready. I got 16 seconds, 10 seconds more. I want it to beep. Then I'll put my timer away and bring my lovely bread from the oven. Thank you guys for your patience. I'll bring out my bread now. I'll remove from the oven. Beeping now. Stop. I'll put that away. Now I'm gonna grab my bread out from the oven. Yeah, very nice bread. I got my wire rack, so I'm gonna cool my bread on this wire rack. Yeah. So now my oven is switched off. Oven is switched off, switched off, switched off, and switched off. Now I'm gonna show you guys that my bread came out clean. So I'm gonna insert my skewer. I can even hear the sound. It's sounding hold already. Can you hear that? And if I show you my viewers, you see it's not sticky. It came out very clean, so it's ready. It's absolutely ready. I'll try again. Came out clean, my friends. So I'm gonna allow that to cool. While that is cooling, I will place it on the wire rack because I want it to cool a little on the pan before I put on the wire rack. I'll be right back, my friends. Just a second. Thank you. So my friends, you can see my lovely bread. I'm back now. You can see I love it. Look at that. You know, yeah, it's very smooth at the top and brown at the top. You know, when you buy bread, you always see, you know, it has some brown stuff on the top. Of course, when you slice the bread, you see the edges are nice and brown, but the inside is white. So that's what it is when it comes to bread making. You know, when you're doing bread, you're making your bread, the top needs to be nice and brown, not black, nice and brown, and that brown color at the top needs to peel easily. You know, I showed you, my friends, it peeled easily on that one. Can you see that? It need to peel off. You know, that's why it's called bread. It's gonna peel off. But if it doesn't peel, it's not brown. You see it's white in there, it's not brown. And this is milk bread. So you can see it's nice natural bread. Look at that, nice and soft. Now, see, nice and soft, isn't it? Now I'm gonna transfer that onto my uh, what do you call it? My wire rack, and I'm gonna tap this to tell you it sounds hollow. You know, when you're making bread, your bread should sound hollow, as if there's a hole inside, like hollow, an empty space. You know. Now, I think this should be hot. You need to be careful. So I'm gonna try to see if it's gonna come out. Yeah, can you see that it came out by itself? Look at the bottom, no cracks. Can you see that, my friends? Look at that. Look at the side, no cracks. Look at the other side, nice. Look at the other side, nice. Look at the bottom, nice. Look at the top, nice. Look at the steam from the bread. I'll place it on the wire rack. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. So it came out easily from my bread pan. Look at my pan, nice and oil. If I did not oil it very well with butter, it's gonna be fucked. Your bread will not come out freely. It's still nice. Look at that. Everywhere nice and smooth. I show you a second time. Look at that. Nice at the bottom. Nice on the side, no cracks. Nice. 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 Look at that. Lovely bread. Homemade milk bread right here on Cookie Chef Francis. Cooking it, making it real, making the real bread. You know, I made this bread, it's still hot, the steam is out. I did not buy it from the store and, you know, show my viewers that I bought the bread or something. It's real, I made it. That's the bread. Now, I'm gonna demonstrate again to tell you this is the softest bread ever and it's very fluffy. I'll show you. Still very hot. Can you see that? It came down and came up. Still very hot. You see? Very hot. So I need to allow it to cool on the wire rack. Super hot. So I did that on the other one. You know, I already did that on the other one. That one cooled easily. So I really done that on that one. But this one, I don't want to ruin it. So I need to be careful. But on that one, it was easy. It's the baby one. See, it's already soft. Like I did on this one, see. And it came up by itself. See? Nice and soft. Can you see that? Nice and soft. If you press the bread, if it doesn't come up, that's no bread, my friends. When you press the bread, it should come up. A nice and soft bread should come up when you press it. Look at that, my friends. And it should peel easily, my friends. You see, look at that. When you buy bread, it should peel easily. That's it, my friends. So that's the massive one I showed you earlier on. Nice and soft. So I show you again. Nice and soft. Lovely. Hot. So hot. Needs to be cooled on the wire rack. Now that's it, my friends. So I'm gonna be ending this live stream now. Uh, so tomorrow I'll be making another live stream, same time. So I'll be starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. So please stay put to this lovely channel. If you have missed any of my live stream, please check my uploads. Check my playlist. You got my bread playlist, you got my dessert playlist. Play them, watch them. I got so many videos plus live streams. So if you have missed any of those, please, pop up on my check out my channel and my videos and watch them. Keep watching every day. And if you've missed this wonderful bread I made, you can just click on the you say watch replay, and if you have missed it, you can watch the replay. And when you watch the replay, you can know what I did to get this. I made this bread by hand without a bread maker. I love making bread, and it's part of my expertise. That's what I love. I can make any type of bread. I love making bread. And look at that. That's a milky bread. Came out very soft. Came out perfect. Nice and soft. Nice and brown. Perfect bread. So thank you very much, my viewers. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for staying tuned to Cook with Chef Francis live on YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Keep watching my videos every day. Give the video a like. Leave a comment. Keep watching every day. Thank you very much. Share my videos. You can share my videos. Share them on social medias. When you watch, share them so that others can watch as well. Let them know there's a channel, a great channel here doing it for real on YouTube. Share the videos, give it a like, leave a comment. I'll see you tomorrow. I remain Francis. Thank you very much. Ciao. Bye-bye. Merci. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.